Microsoft is making more AI tools, but gaming industry talents are very concerned about the Xbox AI push that will lead to more job losses. Microsoft and its M12 Ventures portfolio company, INWORLD AI, announced that the tech firms are developing generative AI tools for video games. And if you haven't seen a teaser of what this magic is like, let's go ahead and take a look. And while Microsoft framed the planned AI tools as a way for developers to, quote, empower themselves, end quote, the onslaught of industry rage suggests the news has made actors and writers feel anything but. So let's go ahead and check out the comments, because this is interesting. Every single response came from a tweet from the Game Awards. As we start to go through these, you're going to sense that people are not happy with the Game Awards announcing this news. Video game companies love being like, quote, finally, we have the technology to lay off our workers even faster than before, end quote. I effing hate this. Hey, TGA, as a member of your future class, this does not honor or celebrate our work, and you should be ashamed of devaluing artists this way. That is a gal that is with Insomniac Games that is working on the new Wolverine game. AI is egregiously disrespectful and dangerous to the workers who pour their time and creativity into making the games we love. In a year with thousands of layoffs despite record corporate profits, I sincerely hope to see peers and fans stand with developers and our labor movements. Not a good day to promote this, Xbox. Actually, there's no good day. Please don't steal jobs from voiceover actors and writers and ... humans, sad face. This is scary. Recording NPCs is how many voice actors cut their teeth in this industry. This will make it even harder for new talent to break into the video games, which, to be honest, can already be pretty difficult to begin with. I'm worried for game developers and writers as well. Imagine announcing this in a year where the games industry has laid off 6,000 plus people. I will never play any game that InWorld has any part in making. But clearly, the gaming industry talents are expressing their frustration with InWorld AI. And I'm just wondering, is this a tone-deaf response in an industry that's already been plagued, as suggested, with over 6,000 plus layoffs this year? What do you think, Henrik?
I mean, yeah, that is the big concern that all these industry players have with AI, and it's the fact that it's going to replace people. And I mean, yeah, it doesn't necessarily have to replace people. You could use AI in conjunction with having just actual people, because people do have to go in and
I was just about to say, I was like, where are people getting this whole idea that it's going to replace humans? We're done. An AI, like, you still have to type in and you still have to direct the AI tool to develop the story that you're envisioning in your own cranium.
But at the same time, I will say, when you have a big company, like we'll say, like Bungie, for example, how they just, saw that Destiny 2 was not giving them enough profit. So they decided, okay, well, we're going to lay off a bunch of people. When you have companies like that deciding all of a sudden to just lay off people because they need to keep their higher executives at the same pay, when you have AI tools come in like this, it's just another vector for them to look at and be like, well, I mean, we could drop maybe a couple of our team for the writing team because we have AI to kind of like pick up the slack, right? So we still have someone writing or something writing.
Those are all good points. I mean, that is one side of the argument. The people at the higher top are taking all the dinero and they're not splitting the load to the real people that are bringing these iconic games to our consoles, to our PCs. But this whole year, 2023, has been a huge discussion about crunch period and developers throwing up in trash cans because they feel like if they don't meet this deadline, they're going to not have a job. So don't you see InWorld AI actually speeding up the process, making things come into fruition a little bit faster, and then the human element comes in and then starts tweaking it so then it makes it a bigger tool. I mean, we've showcased so many outlooks where, even Ghost Rider for Ubisoft is so freaking fascinating to check out, or just the elements that we're hearing about, like Fortnite Creative, for example. When it comes to Unreal Engine 5, we're getting people that are librarians, they're construction workers that now have the tools at the comfort of their own home, and they're able to actually make a profit. I think that's really cool. I don't know why people are so fearful of AI. I really don't.
And here's the thing, though. Like, if you're going to talk about crunch, Chris, then here's the thing: what's going to stop the higher ups from saying, "Well, I mean, yeah, we could eliminate crunch time now that we have these tools, but why would we when the tools were designed to speed things up?" So now your deadline is no longer 5 months down the road; it's actually 2 months down the road.
Well, that's what I'm saying. After a while,
Oh well, too bad.
these,
You have AI. You can have you can make the work happen.
yeah, well,
So
I
I
think
think
a
that's
lot
the
of these
whole.
studio heads have to fight for their employees and say, like, yeah, now that we have the new tools, yeah, that's fair enough. But have you not seen what Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 did? Putting them on half the, cutting the, the scheduled time in half. It just doesn't work like that. I still think in a
Yeah.
3-year process with the power of AI tools, you're going to get a more enhanced experience. And that's just how I truly believe. I think that the fear factor is totally insane, especially considering now we've got all these cool Photoshop tools where people are like, wow, I can draw a circle and I can type in anything that I want. Oh, can I put a mountains in the background? Can you make it snowy? Actually, I want some fall. I want some, some leaves falling down on me. All these elements are so freaking cool, so freaking enhancing that, trust me, no one wants to see anybody get laid off. But also at the same time, people got to recognize it's 2023 and the internet is like 25 years old. I mean, you have to move along. Electronics, as everybody jokes, is the most obsolete shit of all times. Cycle moves. You got to get along with the curve. And if you're not, a lot of these people that are commenting about that are not going to be joining the wave. You're going to get caught in the
Well,
undertow, unfortunately.
I think personally, there's some culture shifts that need to happen alongside this for it to really be accepted by everyone in the industry. Because if you don't change the culture around deadlines for games and making these developers stay in the office for hours on end just to hit these deadlines, then I don't think that AI is going to really help in anything. I mean, yeah, it'll help in the sense of like, oh, maybe the game will come out faster. So in the consumer sense, maybe the game might come out quicker. But and on the back end, like, it's just not going to help anyone when it comes to developing games if they don't change that culture of crunch time as well.
Yeah, that's why the video game industry has to get unionized. They currently
Hmm.
aren't still. It's been a discussion that's been kind of been fluttering that potentially could come in the year 2024. A lot of this could change if you do that. And then there will be protections that come with AI tools. So you don't lose your job or go, holy shit, this guy didn't even write a single thing into the mix. Everything was pre-written with AI, and now I got to work around that. I get it, but a lot of the times you have to come up with the concept and then put it into the AI tool, and then it further expands from what you gave the tool for. And yeah, I mean, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to go, gosh, what if it starts doing a lot of repeat, playthroughs? It's new. It's brand new. Just let it breathe. Not everybody's going to be embracing it right away. Trust me. But hey, great debate, Henrik. We're going to see what happens. But INWORLD AI is here to stay with Xbox/Microsoft.